Good afternoon. I appreciate this opportunity to comment on the Phase 2 Bay Delta Plan. My name is Mary Butterwick. I'm a resident of San Francisco. As we all know, the Sacramento River and Bay Delta are in an ecological crisis due mainly to inadequate flow releases. Native fish and wildlife populations are crashing, some to the brink of extinction. Salmon populations are in severe decline with the commercial fishing season being closed for the past 2 years and will likely be closed again this year. Toxic algal blooms in the Delta have continued to get worse. These dire conditions all indicate that the reasonable protection of beneficial uses is not being achieved here. The best available science shows that the health of the ecosystem is strongly linked to the amount and time of freshwater flow. Currently, over 50% of the runoff that would naturally flow to San Francisco Bay is diverted before it reaches the Delta, or is exported directly from the Delta by the giant state and federal water projects. According to the State Water Board's 2010 Flow Criteria Report, 75% of unimpaired flow would be needed to protect the Bay Delta ecosystem. Clearly, substantial increases of freshwater flows to San Francisco Bay are needed to ensure viable native fish populations, provide suitable habitat, including water temperatures and inundated floodplains for spawning and rearing, prevent toxic algal blooms, support sustainable fisheries, and protect tribal beneficial uses. The subject voluntary agreements cannot achieve the objectives of the Bay Delta Plan because they produce very little new protected water. Instead, these VAs rely heavily on non-flow measures that in absence of sufficient flows will not work. It appears that these VAs or a delay tactic by water agencies to avoid the difficult decisions regarding the reasonable use of water in an over-appropriated system. These VAs would also pave the way for future proposed water infrastructure projects to actually increase water diversions from the Bay Delta instead of restoring flows. I urge the board to reject the Newsom administration's proposed VAs and any other proposals that would not achieve the narrative and numeric water quality objectives developed by the board, requiring up to 65% of unimpaired flow. The board has the legal authority, the scientific expertise, and the responsibility to protect all beneficial uses, including tribal beneficial uses and public trust resources. Nothing less than the future of this irreplaceable salmon-based ecosystem is at stake here. Thank you very much.